can do. 7:30 is the start tonight, so 7 o'clock is when your pregame coverage will begin here on MMS. You can also listen on the iHeartRadio app if you aren't near your radio for tonight's game. Steve Nash was asked what's going on with Kyrie Irving, who is still not with the team because of the vaccine protocols. And he said, yeah, I talked to him, but we don't really talk about basketball.
I mean, why would you?
Just imagine those conversations. Poor Steve Nash. I talked to Kyrie because I'm the coach and he's one of my players, but we don't really talk about basketball. Don't ask what we do talk about. He just talks my ear off about nonsense, and I just go, So anyway, so that's the state over there with the Brooklyn Nets. And you'll hear them tonight. You will not hear, unfortunately, Steve Nash talking about his conversations with Kyrie Irving. You know, they've got that coach-player confidentiality.
Oh, yeah. That's
but I think people have, specifically a lot of sports writers, I think, have waited to ask Steve Nash on any kind of Kyrie update. And so they waited what they thought would be a good amount of time to maybe build up some information. And he goes, keep in touch with him. Yeah, I don't know. We talk about basketball. You know, listen, Kyrie's a philosopher. Why am I going to bring him down with talking something as trite as basketball? He's so far beyond us in his comprehension of things that, how would I? You should see the group chat we're in. It's him and me and Michael Eric Dyson and Steven Pinker. I mean, I could barely keep up. I'm just Steve Nash. I got name dropped in a Nelly Furtado song one time. That's my claim to fame.
Why is he almost getting Pittsburgh accent?
I'm sorry?
It sounded like Steve Nash was getting a little bit Pittsburgh there.
No, he's getting upset.
Okay.
Why is he going to? Yeah, why is he going to? He's getting upset. No, to the best of my knowledge, he didn't get upset with anybody. But the Cavaliers will play tonight, and then they're back home tomorrow night at the Romo Fijo to play the Warriors.
Yes.
Of Golden State.
The Warriors kicked the crap out of the Nets last night.
Well, there you go. Warriors are a good team.
They're very good. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's an understatement. Alan, this is Chris. Can I get a pin on the map? I listen in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Of course you can.
Sure can.
If you listen to the show on iHeartRadio, Newcastle, about an hour there north of Pittsburgh. Brian is a bureau chief in Memphis. We've got Christian in Sharpsville, Pennsylvania. AJ is a new bureau chief down in Cumming, Georgia. That won't, it's going to be a while before that doesn't make me chuckle. So just FYI, I don't want to subject anyone to it audibly, but I will smile to myself every single time. Alan, there's no way Mary is a Berea Oriole Cafe true fan if she's eating wings without blue cheese.
I don't like blue cheese.
She doesn't like blue cheese. What do you want from me? Don't kill the messenger.
That's fine.
She wants blue cheese.
This means you're not a true fan of those wings.
No, I am.
No, you're not. How can you be? Because you don't eat blue cheese. And that guy said you have to eat blue cheese.
No. I should be held to
this guy.
a higher regard because I don't need to slather the wings in anything other than their perfect sauce.
Do you hear that, sir?
I'm
Mary
not
is better than you as a fellow Berea, Ohio native.
I'm not masking the flavor with
you're not masking the flavor.
Cheese.
You are marrying the flavors. The flavor of the blue cheese and the hot wing sauce come together to create a new superpower flavor that's incredible.
No.
Mm-hmm. Now here's what I'll say.
You know about pairings.
Here's what I'll say. I recuse myself because I don't care. I don't eat wings, right? I do like blue cheese, but it is kind of interesting that became the Take two. It is interesting that became the de facto dip for wings.
Blue cheese?
Blue cheese. Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
There are all kinds of different things you could put in. Some people put ketchup on everything, and, but for some reason, blue cheese. I think big fromage had something to do with this.
Blue cheese and ranch, they balance out the spiciness. That's what it is.
I understand all that. It's just that
Right.
there are plenty of other things that would have the same effect.
Like what? Ice cream?
Don't know. That's up
Milk?
to people who eat wings. I don't know.
Just
Swear?
regular old sour cream.
Dude, when I was young, we've been going to the Orioles since I was a little kid, and before I could drink, whenever we would go there, I would always order milk with my hot wings, always. And so I would drink a glass of milk every time I had wings. And the one time, can't always, trust the milk from a bar. And the one time, it was no good. And I had like 2 wings, and my mouth was pretty hot, and I took a big chug of sour milk and literally just spit it all over the table.
That's not good.
I had to be like probably 12 or 13.
This was at a restaurant?
Yeah, and that's when I stopped. I was like, no more milk with hot wings for me.
And you were a kid?
I was young.
Yeah, I was young too, and I remember taking a quick tour of this diner in our neighborhood, and it really threw me off that for a while too, because this girl who I hadn't met, my parents had thrown me in front of her, but she walks me kind of to the counter, and she points to the milk, and then she goes, and that's the lemonade, and then she walked me around the back, and she said, now this is where the fudge is made. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, that didn't leave me with a good feeling about the state of either the service industry or my dairy intake.
Or fudge.
Oh, I love fudge. Oh, fudge. Can't get enough fudge. Speaking of Bureau cheese, we do have a couple in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and so happy Danny DeVito Day to you. That is November 17th, on his birthday every year. He is 77 years old today.
Any updates on that coach from Asbury Park?
No, I didn't see any updates on
naked coach?
Dookie Puke. No, I didn't see anything on that other than the Thanksgiving Day game between his school and the other school, football game, is set to continue.
Oh, thank God.
I know. I was concerned about that as well, that hopefully that wouldn't throw the entire athletic department into disarray. And that seems to not be the case.
It's that P band, I'm sure. There's a New Jersey equivalent to like at Asbury Park that does nothing but bad horn Bruce Springsteen songs, right?
Oh, P band, yeah. Brass Against.
I forget their name.
Brass
man.
Against.
Brass
But
Against.
you might just as well call
They're
them the P band.
band.
That's how they'll forever be known, yeah.
I thought he said pee ban, like they were banned from peeing in
Well, they
Asbury
are now,
Park.
probably.
So it's damn urine mandates.
All that way to make a Bruce Springsteen crack. Damn it, the guy's all teeth and sweat.
Bruce Springsteen?
Yes.
Yeah, but he looks good. I mean, the guy's like pushing 80, and he looks good. He's running around 2 hours a night. He looks good.
I think I saw Nikki Glaser take a picture with him, like standing next to him, and yeah, he looks good for an older guy.
Yes, anytime he's on vacation, they have him in board shorts, and he's shredded.
Fun fact, Corey, I don't know if you know this. I know you're a music guy. The reason Bruce Springsteen is so popular is because he did the song Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and then people discovered all his other music through that.
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
I was a transplant New Jerseyan for part of my life, and I will never, ever understand the worship that guy gets. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm the wrong guy.
Well, how do you feel about Christmas music?
I hate that too.
That's probably why then.
I think it was timing for him. And I mean, he was the beneficiary of a system that does not exist anymore. Because Bruce Springsteen was 3 or 4 albums in, and his record label was going to drop him because he just wasn't doing anything. And then I think he put out whatever the album was. And
Was it Born in the USA?
No,
Born
it was
to
way
Run.
before that. I think it was before Born to Run. It was like Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey, something like that. I don't know. And he blew up. I mean, something happened for him. These days, man, you record companies have not allowed that. I mean, since like the advent of streaming, that's not a thing anymore. You don't get 4 albums. You don't get 2 albums.
You don't get 2 songs.
Right.
Well,
They're like, give us 3 songs on an EP, and if one of them blows up, then we'll sign you for a
then
deal.
we'll see something. Yeah.
There's a girl who's famous on TikTok. Her name's Bella Porch, Poarch, and she has like this lip syncing video that's the most liked video on all of TikTok.
That's all TikTok is.
But she
lip sync videos.
She now has like 2 singles out.
But how do you get popular when everybody's doing lip sync videos?
Dude, and
When
if
it's you singing
watch
another.
it,
Because if you're hot, then you get
she's
popular.
hot. Yeah, she's definitely hot. But like when you see the video, that is the most liked video on TikTok ever, and then you're like, this is just her making like little faces and crossing her eyes at the end, and then now she has like 2 songs that are playing on the radio. It's crazy. She doesn't have an album out though. She just released 2 singles. So I think that's the way people are doing it now too, where they're like, oh, you have a bunch of TikTok followers, we'll give you a single.
Trouble is, you also don't want to peak by 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna be like? Oh, hold on, TikTok. I don't want to get famous yet. I'll just let's take my time here.
No, you're going to take the action. It's just you got to figure out what your next play is too. You know?
Right.
You got to.
Nobody wants to see a 30-year-old lip syncing songs.
Got to move from lip syncing to miming.
Obviously.
Pull that rope. Get stuck in that glass box. Let's see what you can do. There's a great thread that I retweeted yesterday and then just kind of shared again about the record industry and how it changed in the 90s and like never went back because of the way that they made it so that big companies could buy multiple radio stations.
Yeah,
And
deregulation.
yeah.
96.
And it was
Thanks,
just
Clinton.
Yeah, really interesting thread though about when people go, "Oh, music these days sucks." Part of the reason is that deregulation, where you kind of lost these radio stations that had a identity, and it became, we just got to get ratings all the time.
Well, forget that. Guess what, everybody? Most music ever has sucked. Most music has sucked. Like people go,
Right.
no way, man. In the 60s and 70s, there was like Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, there was a lot of great music. But that was still a fraction of the music that was being produced by people anywhere, right? There are more people who are able to put it out on their own now. So there's probably a greater proportion that sucks because there are no gatekeepers or anything anymore. Never underestimate the gatekeepers. But back in the day, yeah, thank God, there's a lot of great music that came out. But that was still a fraction. I mean, most music all the time stinks. Right?
True.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm in a city or driving through a city or whatever that has a throwback like 2000s hip hop and R&B station, it's like 90s and 2000s hip hop. I'm like, God, this is the best music. Like the fact, and I'll like listen to, top 40 now. I'm like, it's not even real. It's not even the same thing. Like, and I get it that it's like oldies now because it is 30 years ago that these songs, 20, 30 years ago, these songs are getting played. But I'm like, is that just part of getting old? Is
Yes.
thinking that your music is the best
Yes,
music?
of course.
Absolutely.
When they're like, all the way back to 95.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's a function of getting older.
I remember my daughter, like when they started to get into more rock music, and like my one daughter listening to Rob Zombie, and I was like, hey, oh no, she's listening to White Zombie. I was like, White Zombie, and she's like, White Zombie? I'm like, everybody my age knows
Right.
White Zombie. Like,
I got
you didn't
kicked in the head
discover
at their show.
anything.
Right. I got a concussion at a White Zombie show.
Show you what I know about White Zombie, kid.
Look at this scar. I got $1,000 to give to you here. You can make your own album. Or whatever, right? You can go fund yourself $1,000 right here. Listen closely. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000 now. Text the nationwide keyword WORK to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WORK to 200-200. Good luck and go fund yourself from 100.7 WMMS.
It does bear mentioning, by the way, and I hate to say it, but Bill did bring it up. Bruce Springsteen is best known for Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yeah, this is what broke him.
This is what many years ago. There is a Santa shortage this year. If you thought that, with everything else, at least we can count on the holiday spirit and Santas have not been spared the difficulty in staffing. There is a real Santa shortage this year. Now, for you kids who are listening, who are going, what are you talking about? There's only a Santa. True, but ask mom and dad and they'll tell you.
He's shorter.
He's shorter, yes.
There's a Santa
By
shortage.
labor shortage, I mean, yes, he's kind of more even with the elves, if you will.
Yeah.
And so, as service and retail are affected, so the Santa situation, there's a much tighter demand. Now, you wouldn't think this would be the case because everywhere you look, there are guys walking around who look like Santa, at least from the neck down. You just give them a white beard and a hat, put them in a chair, they're good to go. But they're having a hard time lining up the Santas because, and this is on the heels of, I saw SantaCon is back on, so I don't
Yeah.
know what the hell they're talking about. SantaCon is going to happen.
That's not employees. That's people just dressing up like Santa for one drinking thing.
Yeah, sure, but still, I mean, if you find yourself in they clearly love Santa, so if you find yourself in that situation, you go, hey, maybe this year I'll put a pillow under my shirt, if I need it, and I go sit in the mall.
Well, most of the people that, like the mall Santas are usually pretty authentic looking Santas.
They're old
and
men.
I have a hunch there's two things contributing to the Santa shortage, both COVID related. One,
knocked them out.
One, yeah, just COVID got them. they gone. And then the other one is they don't want to get vaccinated.
Maybe they can't have kids. But also last year, like my sisters got Santa pictures, you weren't near them. The kids had to wear masks, and the Santa was sitting like behind you in his throne.
You just do like forced perspective on the photo.
Yeah, and then they're literally, the kids are 6 feet in front of the Santa on a chair. So I don't know if that would be.
You might think that that's all the case, but it just comes down to money. Just comes down to money, because available Santas know that they are hot commodities.
Oh,
and so it's supply and demand. Where Santa's
thanks Biden.
Santa price is rising.
Where
the Santa market,
Santa market is through the roof.
Gas is up. Christmas spirit is down.
Yep. Well, if it's going to take Santa, it's going to be more expensive to get to the gig.
Yeah.
Because gas prices. So some Santas, they would normally charge between $175 or $300 an hour, which is pretty good if you ask me. It's a day's pay.
That's good. That's good to know, because I'm going to do some of the Santa Zoom calls that I did last year. I need to know what my prices are going to be.
I thought you did those pro bono.
Well, I did last year.
Like a rich person's lawyer. Yeah, for your family.
I did those last year pro bono. This year.
Well, anyway. Oh, this year?
Make a little scratch.
Sure.
'Cause I did a good job.
Hey, guys, I'm going to be Santa again. Oh, cool. This time you have to pay. Hello?
Is the connection bad?
Hello?
Are you frozen?
So the available Santas this year, on average, they're asking for about $50 more than usual. Because they're like, hey. Now, again, I can't believe this is a thing, because everywhere you look, there are people built like Santa. So maybe you're looking to pick up a quick buck, and in your neighborhood or your municipality, they're finding out that there's a Santa shortage, but something to look into.
Alan thinks it's just about looking like Santa. You have to become
you gotta
Santa.
be jovial.
Yeah, you gotta be jolly. You gotta be
For $300 an hour, most people can turn on the joviality. They'll be fine.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
There's a lot of mad, angry, horrible people out there.
Well, you flash $300 in front of them for an hour to sit there and not even have to touch kids, by the way. Protocol is still in place. More money, no kid contact. It's a dream gig. I'm going to put a pillow under my shirt.
That might be why there's a shortage of Santas.
Because they can't touch the kids
anymore. They can't touch the
anymore.
kids this year. They're like, well, I'm not coming there. I'm not going to sit on my lap.
That's half the
6
fun.
feet. Yeah.
Think I'm in this for the money?
Come on.
I'm in it for the
Oh, I love what I
contact.
do. Please.
Guys, if the kids can sit back on my lap, you can pay me less. How about that?
I'll cut you a deal. My uncle, who lives in Florida, does this. He says he calls it like his busy season.
Because he's Santa.
About now, yeah, he's got a big white beard and he's a big dude. He's probably like, I don't know, 6'2", and he's like a hefty guy. He's built like Santa. But he, from like mid-November until like mid-January, he has an appearance like every day where he's down in Florida and we'll go do corporate events or go to people's houses or do things at bars and stuff like that. And he's like, I make the bulk of my money from the year in those 10 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy, dude.
Well, he's going to be raking it in this year.
Yeah.
Because unless he's not in a place where there's a Santa shortage.
Florida?
I don't know.
A lot of people look like Santa in Florida.
A lot of people look like Santa everywhere.
I mean,
that's
beards and
what I'm
all,
saying.
Yeah. Glasses.
All right, let me take a break here. If you want to get a text for anything, 35192 to do that. And you can listen wherever you are on the iHeartRadio app. We'll be back.
They are the Funded.
Hi, I'm Jeff from Broadview Heights. I just won $1,000.
Just won $1,000.
Won $1,000.
Won $1,000.